Welcome to my new Plan With Me video of the month June, which will be completely dedicated to the colors black and white. But before I will show you those, let us go through the pages of May. And as you may have noticed, there wasn't a video of May, and that is because I have been crazy busy and I haven't been able to do a Plan With Me video, but I'll show you the pages right now in this flip through. As you can see, my habit page completely changed. I did the regular habit page before with all the habits in a row, but I just wanted to change things up. May was also the month in which I decided to do a money tracker for the first time, because I really want to keep track of my spendings and maybe try to spend my money a bit more wisely. And as you can see, I had way too less space for all my spendings. So next month I made sure that I had more space. For this month, my money tracker continues after the end of the month, which you will see in a bit. My happy log is completely blue and I really love all the color of this month, by the way. And all the stickers you see are from one cheap sticker sheet I found somewhere, and I use them on every page just to have some continuity in each page. My month and doodles page is nowhere near finished, but I made some sketches already and I want to finish it in the next few days. Then I did the PTL Doodles Challenge, which was Disney Princesses and Villains. It was hosted by Passion Themed Life, and I really didn't want to do a doodle challenge this month because I knew it was a really crazy busy month. But how can a girl refuse a Disney Princesses and Villains theme, right? So I didn't finish it yet, but since I had so little time, I'm really happy with the fact that I could have doodled at all. And I really will finish the rest of these in the next few days or in the next month. So in my complete flip through of this journal, which will be at the end of next month, you will see hopefully the whole PTL Doodle Challenge filled. These are my weeklies, which are pretty basic. I really like having them basic as opposed to all the trackers I had in the past. And this is my first daily in my Bujo. We are at page 200 and I made my first daily because I didn't have any use of them before. But the end of May was so busy trying to get ready for a play that I really wanted to have a place to write down all my to-dos. And this helped me a lot. So I am really happy that a bullet journal really gives you the opportunity to sometimes have weeklies only and then sometimes pop in a few dailies, because that really helped a lot. And this is my last weekly of May, which was basically dedicated to relaxing after my busy week. And as you can see, we've arrived to June. And if you follow me on Instagram, then you might have noticed that the other day I got a package from Saskia, to which I will link down below. And she gave me a gorgeous package filled with black and white stuff to use in my Bujo. And she actually also gave me the challenge to use only black and white for an entire month. And you know, if you know me a little bit, you know that this is a huge challenge for me. I really love colors. But I also love a good challenge, so I will happily accept this challenge, and in June I will use only black and white. Well, and gray. I mean, gray is a mixture of black and white anyway, right? So throughout the entire pages of June, I used these stamps, which you can see over here. I didn't use them on my intro page because I just didn't think of them back then. But the rest of the pages are completely done with these stamps, which are so gorgeous. They give this really ancient letter look, basically. And the reason why there's this black card here is because I used really cheap ink on this page, which you never should do in your Bujo because it really bleeds through a lot. So I had to fix that because I hate bleed throughs. So I made this card basically, and I made it a title page for my goals. Yeah, and I'm going maybe a little bit crazy with my goals here. I want to do a lot, but one of the reasons is because at the very beginning of my Bujo, you can find a 101 in 1001, which is basically 101 goals in 1001 days. I actually started Bujoing because of these goals. This is why they're in the front of my book. But I was already on 2/3, I guess, when I started Bujoing, and I really didn't do so much with these goals the last few months. And actually this challenge ends at the end of July. And right now I have done about half of my goals, and I really wanted to finish at least 2/3 at the end of the project, but I really have to step up my game if I want to achieve that. So in June I want to finish 9 extra goals and work on a few more. And then I hope that by the end of July I will actually have finished 2/3 of all my goals. So let's see if I can. And to help me with this spread, I actually created a really fun spread, which you will see in a few seconds. But first, there is my overview page of June, and let's fill it in with some things that I am going to do this month, and I will get back to you after that. Right now, I'm just jotting down the events I will have this month. If there's an event coming up, which I'm really looking forward to, I tend to use fake calligraphy to make it pop. As you can see, my highlight of June will be the Anathema concert. Aside from an overview of my events and appointments, I also use my monthly to plan the most important things I will do each day. I decide where I want my focus to be, and that's what I'll write down. That way, if the weeklies become too overwhelming with to-dos, I can easily go back to my monthly and see on which tasks I should focus the most. Since that is quite elaborate though, I will do that part of the planning off camera. So here's my habits page, and I really love how it looks with all these gorgeous stamps. So how this habit tracker works is that each little square represents a day in the month. And because the month has only 30 days, I blocked the first square, and the last square is dedicated to basically a review of that particular habit. As you can see, I have a light gray heart, a dark gray heart, and a black heart. The hearts will be colored in according to how many times I have done that particular habit. So 15 times or more will be a light gray heart, 20 times or more will be dark gray, and 25 times or more will be black. And if the heart stays white, I should probably give the goal a bit more attention next month. I hope it helps me motivate also during the month, because you know, if one of the squares is completely empty, that's not so nice, and you really want to put some more effort in it to at least color some of the squares. At least that's how it works for me, I suppose. So, and I really like the look. So this is the money spread for this month. And don't worry, I know that this is again a really small space for my spendings, but I dedicated another spread to the money tracker this month. So basically the setup is kind of the same, although my incoming money is now on the top instead of the bottom, so this can be a continuous thing on the next page. Like this. I hope I will not spend that much, but you know, we'll see. And I just traced some money because I wanted to make the page look a bit more interesting. This is my happy log for the month, and I really love how it turned out. I actually did kind of the same design as I did for last month, only I made the lines a bit thinner. And I also used this really thin washi tape. If you're from the Netherlands, you can buy this at Action now. If you're not from the Netherlands, I'm very sorry, because Action is great. And this is actually a rub-on also from Action. And you know, I just used it there because I had some space left. My month in doodles page, also thin washi tape from Action. And my letter doodle daily page. Even my letter doodle daily challenge is completely dedicated to black and white. So if you like to participate, you can find it on my Instagram, and you can choose whether you want to doodle the prompts, or you want to letter the word, or you want to hand letter a quote. So if you like doodling or hand lettering, be sure to check it out on my Instagram, Twinkly Tanya. I wrote down the prompts at the left and the right, and I made these little squares to draw them in. And then I found the June Flowers Challenge hosted by Netta Marie Designs, and I really want to learn how to draw flowers. I mean, maybe you remember that one of my Labradoodle Daily challenges a few months ago was also dedicated to flowers. It was dedicated to spring flowers. And these have some similar flowers and some totally new flowers, and I really want to learn how to draw them. And this might be the greatest challenge, to doodle flowers without using color. Because if anything in the world is designed for colors, it's flowers, right? And the next page is definitely my favorite page of the month. It's a page I call Bujo Bingo, and it is designed to help me with all of my goals. Because as I told you, I have some crazy goal setting this month. There is a lot I want to do, and some of these goals are pretty huge. So what I did is, on the left page, I basically designed a bingo sheet, and each of these squares has one of my goals.
And the larger goals, which have different segments, I broke down into multiple goals. For example, watch 10 movies, which is probably one of the easiest goals.
Yeah, so I wanted to explain to you how I set up this spread, but doing so took up almost half of my video. Whoops! So instead I decided to dedicate a whole video to this, a Bujo Bingo tutorial, and I'll post it on my channel next weekend.
On to my first weekly of this month. I used again the stamps. I used the thin washi tape from Action and the thick washi tape that was sent to me. And these are rub-ons, also from Action, and the quality of these is pretty bad. I rubbed this page so hard that the paper actually felt super hot at some point, and then I stopped because I didn't want my Bujo to catch fire, basically. But they're okay, at least it's a nice quote. And I really love this here, but I think I prefer stamps at this point.
And to show you how I made this spread, I will make the second week of June for you on camera. Some people complain about how the Leuchtturm goes, but I actually see it as a blessing. I mean, this way I won't have to count all the dots every week, but I can just trace what I've done last week. That's half a spread done in no time. I drew the little banners first and let them stick out a bit, so later on it will seem like they are wrapped around my boxes. I found out that the brand Color Box does not bleed through in a Leuchtturm. When I'm stamping a word, I always put the stamps upside down on the paper first, so I know the word will be perfectly lined out. I added some washi in my header to make it look more coherent, and to let the header pop a little bit more. Around each box I drew a shadow with my grey acrylic brush pen to give the boxes a little bit more depth. After adding the washi, my battery died unfortunately, so I can't show you my last step. But all I did basically was add some rub-ons to the page, and you will see how that turned out in a picture of my end result. I hope you liked watching this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, I've got some exciting videos planned for this month. Next weekend I will upload my Bujo Bingo tutorial, and at the end of the month I will post a flip through of my completely filled bullet journal. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure you'll subscribe to my channel. See you in my next video. Bye!